Hello everybody and welcome to the brand new Happy Hippie channel. My name is Julie and I am here with my son-in-law Hunter, and we are the proud new launchers of the Happy Hippie channel here. We have a website called happyhippievibes.com, and we've also got the YouTube channel, and we've also got an Instagram. So just to be totally transparent here, this is my very first video and I am terrified. Spirit has been telling me that I need to do this for about 10 years, and I have been gathering all of the things and fighting back all of this, but here we are, and Spirit wants me to deliver these messages to you, and I think we are going to have a very good time on this channel. I think we are going to have a lot of fun. So I guess without further ado, today is April 11th, 2021, and it is the new moon in Aries. And I think that is the energy of the day that has me just ready to break through this. So my goal for this channel is to give you an eclectic mix of messages from Spirit. I am very into spirit animals, so you're going to see a lot of the spirit animals coming out. We have quite the collection of cards here. My vision is to do something very cool where give you some different messages that I pre-shuffle off camera, and then just go ahead and lay out. I just laid them out how they are, but that way you're not watching me shuffle on camera for 45 minutes. So my goal with every video from here on out is that it be timeless. And what I mean by that is no matter whether you see this today or whether you see it 6 months from now, that whenever the message that is in the cards is what you need to hear, that is the day and the time that you hear that message, and that it is pertinent to you. So it's okay if you watch this in the future and it's not new moon in Aries April 11th, that it's, September or whatever. That's fine. So that is the goal of the channel. We are going to be talking about, oh gosh, Hunter, what are we going to be talking about? Astrology.
Everything spirit.
Right. Right. So everything spiritual, everything, we are into all of it. Astrology, moon cycles, chakra balancing, numerology,
happy love and light work.
Yeah, tarot cards, magic and manifesting. So thank you for joining our channel. And I hope that you enjoy the first of many, many messages to come. So with that, here are the cards that came out today. Again, we have the new moon in Aries. So I went ahead and pulled my little dice here with the, I don't know if you can see it, but with the little Aries symbol. And I also went ahead and pulled the new moon in Aries card. Let's see if I can kind of get it up here. This is from the Moonology deck from Yasmin Bolin. And so the new moon in Aries says it's time to take action. And aside from pulling that card specifically for today, I did not do that with any of the other cards. This is literally what came out of the other decks. So I have the direction card came out. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do this, so please bear with me. Please be kind, because I am really not a tarot reader, but I'm trying to do my best to deliver these messages from Spirit. So I'm kind of going to bounce around here and just kind of point out some different things as they come to me. So the spirit animal card that came out was porcupine, and it says time for a beginner mind. So we have direction and then time for a beginner mind. And then of the moon deck, we have now is the time to integrate all that I have gathered. So what I'm getting from today, today is a huge burst of that, is just this fresh, new, kicking open doors, going after what you want, throwing caution to the wind, and just literally saying, screw it, I'm tired of waiting, I'm going after it. And so definitely the cards that came out support that. So I think that whatever it is that you've got that little nudge from spirit that is something that you've been kind of pushing off. Right now is the time to just throw caution to the wind and just get going on it. So a beginner mind, like, wipe away all of the preconceived notions that you have and all of the bullshit rules that you have that might have been implanted on you from society and, from school, from your parents, whatever. Let it all go. And in true happy hippie style, you go with some beginner mind. And it is time. You have been training for this, and now is the time to integrate all that you have gathered. So you've got more tools and resources than you probably are giving yourself credit for. Take off with it and run with it. The archetype card that came out was the animal, and Hunter just read the description for this a second ago. My thoughts on it was that it's kind of that primal instinct, and you want to kind of give them a little brief overview of what you heard.
Really taking control of yourself and being comfortable in your own body to be able to unleash that kind of power is what I took from it.
And I heard you say something in the description about like breath work and stuff, and so I was kind of thinking that to go along with the messages of this fresh new start, this kicking open new doors, doing some sort of power breath work. Like we just got done with Tony Robbins, Unleash the Power Within. And what was the breath work guy?
Shoot, what was his name? Drawing a blank as well.
That's all right. But so whenever you're trying to get a boost of confidence and a boost of motivation to get yourself going on something, it is really good to turn your attention to your breath and do some power breaths. So Tony Robbins is always talking about doing like power breaths and things. And there's many different combinations. We're not going to get into that so much in this video, but you can do like they have different counts, like a 4, 8, 10 or something like that, where you basically, it's where you take in breath for a certain count. So a lot of times they say to take it in rather quickly, and then you hold it for a certain count, and then you slowly release it. So that is one way that you can change your physiology in the moment to give yourself a little bit more, ambition and power. I'm looking at our tiger spirit animal over here. Would you just hand me the tiger? Because he's just staring at me like he's too cool. He's off camera, but I just think he's so cool. This is what I got staring at me over in the corner. But I'm thinking that like a tiger or a lion or a panther, when they're like taking off on the safari and they get that just boom, go for it, that kind of burst of energy, I'm thinking is, so this animal card to me kind of ties in with the tiger, and also like kind of tune into your primal instincts and the breath and the way that your breath can change your physiology, is kind of what I got from that. So this card came out that says, what can I do to make a difference? So that is just a question to ponder to yourself. What is it that is nudging you, that if you made that little tweak, and that's another thing that Tony says, what is it, 2 millimeter
the
change?
2 mm jump.
Yeah. So what is it that you could do that if you just tweaked it just a little bit, you put yourself in a different trajectory by just a little 2 millimeter difference, that's going to change everything. You do that today and you wake up tomorrow, you feel different, you gain the momentum, you start taking off like that tiger. And so just really think about what it is that's one little tweak. Don't overwhelm yourself with the next 50,000 steps that you have to take. Just what's that one little tweak is what that card says to me. The creativity card came out, which is a throat chakra card. This is from one of the chakra decks. And down at the bottom it says imagination, expression, originality, and passion. So these cards just seem to be dripping in that energy of, to me, it is just that tiger that's staring at me, of just that Just taking off with that passion, I guess is the best way I can describe it. This card that came out was the message, and it says positive news and positive outcome. And I think what this card is saying is you're on the right path. You're being divinely guided. Listen to your intuition. And there's going to be a positive outcome. Just trust in the mystery of life and just go with it. And especially because it's followed right up by the Take the Lead card, which this is one of was it John Holland's decks. I think this is the Psychic Tarot for the Heart. But whenever that Take the Lead card comes out, again, I think it's just you already know what to do. Those stirrings are already in your heart, so just throw caution to the wind and go with it. This is the Earth Magic deck, and the Dawn card came out with the New Beginnings, which, a side note, New Moon in Aries is technically the beginning of a brand new astrological year because the zodiac wheel starts with Aries. It started Aries season on March 21st, but technically you could say that the new moon in Aries would be the official kickstart to the new year. And I know Hunter and I, we have really adapted. One thing you're going to hear a lot from us around here on this channel is living from new moon cycle to new moon cycle. I think that has been earth-changing, life-changing to me. When you start looking at time as like the cycles start with the new moon and they end with the next new moon. The full moon is sandwiched 2 weeks in between, and we're going to get a lot more into the moon stuff on this channel, but just know that today is super, super special on multiple levels because not only is it Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, it is the new moon in Aries, which is the official kickstart to the entire new astrological year. So that is fun. That is exciting. That is like basically all of the 2020 bullshit that you were bogged down with last year. Today is the first day that it is officially 100% gone. Like if you think of when a lot of the things kicked up last year, when was it? It was right after March, right? End of March.
Right when it all
Aries
started.
season really kicked off. That, I mean, look at the world and how everything changed from Aries season of 2020. Well, but now we've completed that cycle. We've come all the way full circle, and now it's time for a fresh new energy. And I don't know about you guys, but I know that I have noticed that just like everything seems to be different lately, the last month or so. Like relationships with people, conversations with people, even interactions in the grocery store and things are really starting to evolve and shift. And so today is like a brand new kickstart. You could consider today to really be the official start of 2021 because the calendar that we go off of really doesn't make any sense astrologically. So I'm gonna move on though. I could talk about that for a long time. Okay, so I pulled these cards, which these are beautiful, and I ordered these, and I'm sorry I don't know what the deck is. We are going to find the names of each of these decks and link them into the description. But this is a beautiful deck that I just bought from an artist on Facebook, and I pulled two of her cards. They both came out, and they both played right off of one another. This one says, I inhale, I exhale, I repeat. And this one says, each breath is a fresh start. And they came out right by the animal card, which was already talking about the breath work. So I thought that was like really solidifying the fact that your breath work is the way that you're going to change your physiology to get yourself the confidence to go after what you want. So that was cool. All right, so over here we have in the unicorn deck, we have the action card, and it says now is the perfect time. Sorry, it's kind of hard to read in this light. Now is the perfect time to act. Take inspired action towards your dreams. Move forward with confidence. So this unicorn deck is just beautiful. So definitely that supports our action. I can't believe how these cards. This is my first time. Right, right. And it's funny because you watched me sit here and shuffle these. Like I was not picking and choosing, but they definitely all came out over. Take the lead, take the action. Get going, get creative. Good things are coming. Positive things are coming. This one came out, and this is a really cool deck too. And I should have looked up the names of these, but we will get that for you guys. But Discover Your Life Purpose came out from that deck. And this one says, I welcome abundance and I will pay attention to the guidance I receive. This is from the Miracles Now deck, which I believe is Gabriella Bernstein. And then I pulled some tarot cards from my favorite Light Seers tarot deck. So what we had come out from the tarot is the Six of Swords, the Nine of Swords, Ace of Wands, Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords, Eight of Swords, and the Wheel. And when I look at these, I think for one thing, these two should flip-flop. Because this girl is being scared, worried, anxiety, troubled. It's all up in her thoughts. It's a swords card, so it's air, but she is distraught over the thoughts in her mind. But then in the Six of Swords, she's taken her power back. She got in the boat and she's going to shift away from what it is that she's going to face the things that are going on and take some action to get going in a new direction. And then that's followed up by the Ace of Wands, which I really like this because that pretty flame is like right at her third eye. So to me, that is like, get rid of the crap. Hold on to your one really awesome idea that you're passionate about and just go with it. Like, this stuff isn't even going to matter when you start getting down this, when you start taking action towards this beautiful new thing that you're trying to create, you're going to quickly forget about all of the darker stuff. But right now it's hard to see that. But if you can hold on to that one idea and you can get in the boat and start taking some action, then by the time we get over here to the Knight of Wands, she's having fun. Like, this girl's already let go of all this crap. Like, this could be the same girl. But you see the difference in, how she feels.
Their state.
Yeah. Look at the difference in her state. So over here, she's like on the ground, crying, defeated, depressed, full of anxiety. And over here, she's having fun. Like, she looks like the happy hippie right there to me. She's just like, yeah, I got this. Knight of Swords. This dude, well, the knights are like the action oriented. So, and he's like taking off running in this new direction. So what I'm thinking from this one is this original positive, awesome thought of something new, this beginner's mind, something new, this new beginning that you want to do. He is the one that's like, he started it and then he is just taken off with it. And the Eight of Swords kind of could go over here, but I'll go ahead and leave it there. This goes right in with this, but I want you to pay attention to this girl because this is a mirror that she's looking at. And according to her view from the mirror, she's tied up. She's being tormented by these birds. She's tied up. She's helpless. She's hopeless. But I want you to look at something. In reality, this is the mirror. And this is her. 90% of the bad stuff that we have that is holding us back and making us feel like crap is only in our mind. It only exists up here in our mind. But in reality, we're fine. How many times have you felt like stricken by anxiety and depression and all these negative bad thoughts? But then if you actually take the time to stop and look around and be like, is anything actually wrong in my life? No. No, it's fine. But we beat ourselves up mentally. So what I liked and why I wanted to leave this here is that the Wheel of Fortune then is the card that came right on the other side of that. The wheel is always turning. So just like the wheel of the zodiac wheel of the year turned, and now Aries can start anew. The cycles are always going to end. So I think that these three guys in the middle is where the solution lies, where you focus on a happy new positive thought and a happy new beginning, and you just run with it. And by doing that, by focusing on these things are just going to automatically calm down and go away. So that's what I see when I look at this.
And I think an important addition onto the Eight of Swords is to remember that life always happens for us and not to us. And again, that was another big thing that Tony
absolutely
decided to say quite a bit.
Right.
And I think, especially pertaining to that card, it's important to remember that and kind of sort of live by that philosophy because it holds truth.
Mm-hmm. It makes the struggles and the seeming struggles in your day a lot easier if you can start realizing and trusting that this is happening for me, not to me. And once you can recognize the pattern of when things fall away, when the Tower card comes and stuff starts seeming like it's going downhill, but then the rainbow comes out and there's always something better. So yeah.
Well, and life is hectic and it's full of lessons though. And the lessons are meant to build us up and not tear us down.
Yep. So I hope that this message finds you at the moment you need it. You have what you need inside of you already. You are powerful beyond measure. If nobody told you today, we love you. We're proud of you. You got this. If nobody else told you, tell yourself and listen to us. You are awesome. You are loved. And you are destined for amazing, awesome things. And good things are coming your way. And we love you. And thank you for joining us for the first episode of The Happy Hippie. And we look forward to seeing you again soon. Peace.